What if your reactions are not spiritual weakness but survival adaptations? What if your hypervigilance is not a failure to trust God but a nervous system trying to protect you? And what if trauma changes your brain, not your salvation? Today, we are talking about something many Christians misunderstand: trauma. Let's define trauma carefully. Trauma is not just something bad that happened. Trauma happens when something overwhelming occurs and your nervous system does not have enough support, safety, or resources to process it. This can be abuse, neglect, loss, violence, medical trauma, church hurt, chronic stress, and even emotional invalidation. Trauma is not defined only by the event, it is defined by the nervous system's response. Two people can experience the same event. One develops trauma symptoms while the other does not. Why? Because trauma is about overwhelm, not moral strength. Psalm 13 says, "How long, Lord, will you forget me forever?" This is not weak faith. This is distress. The psalmist moves through fear, grief, anger, confusion, and God does not rebuke him for emotional honesty. In Lamentations chapter 3, Jeremiah describes, "My soul is downcast within me." He names bitterness, affliction, and despair. Notice, lament exists in scripture. Lament is not sin, it is processed pain. Psalm 56 verse 8 says, "You keep track of all my sorrows. You have collected all my tears in your bottle." God does not dismiss trauma, He records tears. That is profoundly validating. Now, let's talk science. When trauma happens, the brain's alarm system, the amygdala, becomes highly activated. The stress response floods the body with adrenaline and cortisol. If the threat feels life-altering or prolonged, the nervous system can remain on high alert. This can lead to things like hypervigilance, startle response, emotional reactivity, panic, sleep disturbance, avoidance, intrusive memories, dissociation, and so on. This is not sin. This is survival wiring. The brain is trying to protect you from future harm. Imagine you were almost involved in a serious accident on Third Milan Bridge. For weeks after, every time a car swerves slightly, your heart jumps. You grip the steering wheel tighter. You scan every driver around you. Is that because you lack faith? No. Your body remembers the danger. Your nervous system is trying to prevent it from happening again. That is adaptation. Or imagine someone who experienced an armed robbery in their neighborhood. After that, every sudden knock on the gate makes their heart race. Every unfamiliar sound at night wakes them up. Are they being dramatic? No. Their nervous system learned that danger is possible, so it stays alert. That heightened alertness is not weakness, it is survival learning. Trauma can make your nervous system hypersensitive. It reacts faster, it stays on guard longer. That is not a spiritual defect. That is your body trying to keep you safe. Trauma memories are stored differently. Instead of being filed away as past events, they can remain sensory and emotional. So, when something reminds you of the original event, your body reacts as if it is happening now. That is why you might say something like, I know I'm safe, but I don't feel safe. That disconnect is neurological, not spiritual. Sometimes trauma responses are spiritualized. You are told you just need to trust God. Pray it away. Fear is a sin, but fear is also a biological response. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is moving forward well regulated. Faith does not switch off your amygdala. It gives you meaning while your nervous system heals. A trauma-informed approach asks, is this person safe? Do they have choice? Do they feel heard? Do they feel empowered? God's responses in scripture often include presence, gentleness, time, restoration. He does not rush the traumatized. Let's practice a grounding technique. This helps bring your brain back to the present. Now, I want you to look around you and name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. This signals to your nervous system, I am here, I am safe, this is now. Grounding is not unspiritual. It is cooperating with how your brain was designed. Please remember that trauma does not mean you lack faith. It means your nervous system learned to survive. Healing is not about rebuking your reactions. It is about gently retraining your body to feel safe again. Have you ever been told your trauma reactions were a faith problem? How did that affect you? Please share gently in the comments. Thank you for being a part of O, Faith, Mind, and Healing. If today's episode resonated with you, please share it with someone who may need it. If you're struggling, you do not have to struggle alone. Healing is possible. Help is available. You can request free counseling through Olutunu Safe Haven at www.olutunusafehaven.com. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted, and support is closer than you think. See you in the next episode.